You are listening to or watching She is a Goal Setter with Wendy Shields. If you are a goal setter with a desire to learn from others, you are in the right place. This lake-loving, photo-taking, success-driven, business-owning mother and grandmother would love to walk you through the wins, the losses, the ups, and the downs. We will focus on the real things that will help you meet and achieve your goals while sharing and cheering on others who are with the quest to do the same. Let's get started. Hey, this is Wendy Shields with She's a Goal Setter, and today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to share with you my fun experience with a camera. I had never used a camera with manual adjustments until last year. I bought the camera for my photographer to use while taking pictures of me for content for social media. In fact, she had to teach me how to turn it on. It has so many functions, I still have no idea how to use them. I've learned how to use 3 of the functions. And I would like to share with you today the 3 functions I have learned how to use. I don't know, hopefully you follow me on social media, Wendy Shields or She is a Goal Setter, and you've probably seen the photography that I do. It is really basic, but I enjoy it. So, hope you enjoy the video. Hi, so basically the first function I learned how to use was the ISO. ISO controls the amount of light coming into the camera and how it exposes the picture. For example, I wouldn't want it to increase the light coming in the middle of a very sunny afternoon. What I like to do is remember things in really weird ways, and the way that I remember the ISO is that it is the opposite of the sun. When the sun goes up, it comes down. When the sun goes down, it comes up. And I have learned that through using it, I can show different depths and color in, for example, sunsets. So that was the first function I learned how to use. So the second function I learned how to use was Aperture. Aperture also is another control of light. It controls the amount of light it lets into the lens, and basically that controls the focus. The higher the number goes, the more in focus something is that's up close. And like, for example, a lot of times I like to shoot, per se, like a flower with the water behind it, and I want the focus to be the flower. That is when I would really focus on using my Aperture. The third function that I've learned how to use is shutter speed. The only times I really use shutter speed is when there is movement. For example, if I was videotaping or taking pictures of my grandkids at their soccer game, or I was taking pictures of my dog running across a field, or a duck flying through the air. That's when I use shutter speed. So as of today, those are the only 3 functions that I have learned how to use. And I'm still a work in progress. The only other thing that I really have tried to work on is determining which lens to use and when to use it. Some of it is just preference. For example, my longer lens that I zoom in with, I like to use that when I'm maybe shooting a person on a boat down a river, or if I'm actually, sometimes I use it when I'm like trying to take a close-up of a bug on a, like an insect on a flower or something. Now my photographer, she uses the long lens 90% of the time, and that can even be, you know, shooting a close-up of me. But that went myself, and I think a lot of people, we use the shorter lens for that. But those are the only things that, the other things that I've actually learned so far with my camera. And like I said, I'm not an expert, but some people like my pictures, and I sure enjoy taking them. That's the big thing. So thank you so much for listening. You a little information about the equipment that I use. It's not the high-end stuff for sure. It is pretty basic as a decent cameras go, I guess you'd say. What I did was I went online and did some research, like of like the best cameras to buy that could also record video, because video was important to me. And so I was trying to find the camera that would be best to shoot video with and pictures that was under $500, or between 500 and 1,000. I think I might have put in, I don't know. And what I ended up getting was the Sony 6000A, and this is actually a pretty old model. I mean, it was new to me, but the camera was new, but the model like is older. But I think it works pretty great. So anyways, it is of course great for shooting video, but I'm also, as I've shown you throughout this tape, also enjoy shooting pictures with it. When I did my research, I went to like 4 or 5 different sites, and the same camera popped up numerous times. And that's actually how I narrowed down what I wanted. Then I started searching online to find the best prices. And I ended up getting this camera, I'm going to say it was for like $495. And then I wanted the extra zooms. I think I got 4 extra lenses for the camera. I got a microphone for the camera because I was taping video as well. And I ended up, I think, with like $1,100 in it. So just to let you know, I mean, and I bought a brand new one, so you might be able to find something used, or I'm sure there are other brands that are less expensive, and I know there are lots of brands that are more expensive. So, you know, whatever makes you guys happy, but I'm just telling you the things I've talked to you about, the things I've showed you, it's kind of a middle of the range kind of camera, like $450 or $500, somewhere in there, I don't know. So, hope this was helpful. I will put a link to the camera and the accessories and like my tripod, things like that I like and use, and I'll put those in the show notes. So if anybody has any interest in this, look at the show notes. And you might also want to look at the newer models of the camera. I'm not sure, they still sell this one, this 6000A, and I really like it. So anyways, you have a great day, and thank you for listening. Hey guys, just wanted to ask you guys for a favor, to please subscribe to my channel. I used to think that subscribing, like you had to like get a subscription or pay for something, but actually subscribing on YouTube is like friending on Facebook, or it's like following on Instagram. So there's no cost to you, but there's a really great benefit to the person that has a channel. There are certain options that just aren't available to until they have so many subscribers. So I would definitely consider it an act of friendship if you would not mind subscribing. It doesn't bother you. It just kind of sends it does when you open your feed up, you'll see that as some options to watch, but it doesn't pester you or do anything like that. So please subscribe. I'm going to quickly show you how right now. And here we are at the She is a Goal Setter show, and right below it, to the right below it, there's a button, a red button that says subscribe. You just simply push that, and ta-da! We're done? Seriously? All that work and we're done? I guess we'll see you next week. Oh yeah, subscribe.